Greetings YouTube, Fuzzfinger back with you once again today, and we're going to carry on with our walkthrough for Final Fantasy XII. In today's video we're going to be getting on with a new dungeon known as the Stilshrine of Miriam. If you enjoy watching, please don't forget to let us know in the comment section, hit the like button and be subscribed to the Fuzzfinger Gaming YouTube channel. In the end of the last episode then, we used the new teleport stone which we've run into here and ported back to the mountain in order to hand in the hunt that we completed in Palomino Rift. So what we're going to do today is just continue heading down south. One thing I actually recommend doing at this particular point is going ahead and equipping the party leader, in this case Fran, with the Dawn Shard. We can't actually progress much further without doing so. So we'll throw that on now. Yes, it does reduce MP to 0, but that's just a temporary thing. And we're going to make our way through the ancient door here. This will take us into the shrine itself, and I'm guessing a cutscene will commence. Right, okay, sorry about that, I was just messing around on my phone. That was a faster cutscene than I expected. So we're just going to make our way around at this point. And you can see there's a device on the map which we're going to be heading to. Once we've killed this poor bat. Oh, he's got a friend as well. So you can see there's a pedestal here, and you don't want to be activating this until you have got that Dawn Shard equipped on your party leader. Not only will it not work, but it'll start spawning enemies that are really unnecessary in my opinion. So we're teleporting now into the next area, and it awakens a bit of a mean guardian fella, so we can go ahead and remove the Dawn Shard for the time being. I'm just going to equip the bangle so that we've got a nice Libra effect. And if you struggle to take this guy down, although it's not that hard as you can see, you can pelt him with wind attacks since he is weak to aero magic. And there's actually something else we can do here. If I can get my bearings correct. I think there's like a trap or something. Let's just head through it. It's probably in the next area. But it's a beneficial one. Okay, I do believe it's actually in the next room. So what you can see moving around in here is a new dragon type enemy. And they can be quite painful. As you can see, some of them are actually red. But what we can do is, if you have a time battle mage, go to your time magic and select disable or immobilize. And if you can hit a few of these in the area, then you'll be able to just do it 1 or 2 times. So let's try and get into the middle of them. I know I'm going to kill them quite quickly, but I'm hoping to show you this in case you can't do that. And you can completely stop them from taking any action, although it's, as you can see, it doesn't always hit. But immobilise and disable, these are actually susceptible to those spells. But since I'm able to just kill them anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get those spells to activate. But I assure you they can. Right, and then around here I'm looking for a chest. There we go. And we get the countdown and that Rejuvenation Trap, which not many traps in this game are beneficial, but that one was. So it completely, well, it doesn't completely heal us, but it does give us a nice amount of health and MP back. And that countdown is a nice magic as well. So that is also, I believe, a time battle mage spell. I'm just going to check if I've got that one. Yes, I do now. Well, I've already learned the license, and now I've got the countdown ability. So you'll definitely want to grab that, and then we can move on into the next area, where there's these giant heads. Some of the enemies in this game are fascinating, aren't they? So these are known as the Miriam Faces. And now we're going to head up the stairs once we're in the next area here. And there'll be some more interesting enemies for us to face off against. Including another face. They just kind of pop out the wall, don't they? They're like, hello. And we just assume that they aren't very nice, so go ahead and kill them without even asking if they want a cup of tea or anything. I'm starting to regret giving the job combinations I gave to Bash, not because I don't like the combinations themselves, which is the Ulan and Time Battle Mage, but I'm not a massive fan of seeing Bash with a crossbow. Get the feeling he should be, you know, wielding a massive axe or two-handed sword or something, don't you? Not that the combination is a bad one. Right then, so we're back here again. We need to make sure that our party leader, in this case Bash, is once again equipped with the Dawn Shard. And we'll go off somewhere else now, once we touch this pedestal. Ah, okay, we actually lower the stairs. Interesting. I forgot about that. A hidden path is revealed. I'll just keep Bash with the Dawn Shard on at the minute. I don't know if we're in a rush to use his magic abilities again anytime soon. Speed things up a touch. So you can use either staircase. Either way, that'll take us into the next room, which is known as the Walk of Revelation. And there is an enemy in here, which is actually in the shape of a green save crystal. So we're going to go ahead and go up to it. It's called a life crystal, but it's anything but. The reason that we're going to attack this is if we actually manage to kill it, which I'm sure we will, it does turn into a real save crystal. And then a real save crystal appears, as we said. So we're going to go ahead and use it, of course. As well as saving up, I've also brought Fan into the party, and what I've done, because it's going to come in useful, because she happens to be my red battle mage, is I've given her some gambits to do dark magic, since there are some dark weak enemies in the next area, and that spell should do a tremendous amount of health to knock off them. And it's these here. Although for some reason Fran has decided not to go ahead and cast that spell. It's possible they're dark and vulnerable. I don't know if that would make a difference though. Anyway, she can attack if she wishes to. Thank you, Nintendo Star, for your subscription. Down that thing goes. And we're going to head south to begin with. You can see there's an enemy up there. I'm going to explain that in a moment. A strange looking enemy. So this thing is a dark mare. And it just disappears and moves over there. And it's back again. Hello. So I think this is a rare mob, actually. A rare spawn. But hopefully we can take care of it still. Yeah, he's down. Get some dark magicite for that. I'm just going to bring Ash in. She can get everyone cured up of status rubbish. And here we have more Blood Gigas. Again, these things are weak to dark. Except, it seems you have to cast it manually. If you want to cast it, we don't really need to anyway, look. And there's a huge Sword of Judgment here, which as you can see looks pretty epic. I can't really get a good view of it though. But we can go ahead and actually move this thing. Well, we don't actually move it, but we do open a door, which gives us access to another waystone. So this time we're going to head to the north. This is the bit we skipped out on a moment ago. You might want to head back and save. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, because there's a potentially tough battle about to take place. So back in this room next to the save point, which is called the Ward of the Sword King, there's a way to get a rare monster to spawn here known as Neglamore. And he's quite a hard and challenging encounter. You have to kill that purple Darkmare boss, enemy that we just fought a few minutes ago. And then you have to mess around for 30 minutes before he'll spawn. But I might do a separate video on that so that if you're interested you can watch it, and if you're not you can move on. But let's go ahead and use the waystone here. This is going to take us back to the area near the start. And now we're going to have some more doors unlocked. So I'm just going to bring the map. Oh, the map is already up. Just speed things up a touch here. Might be a little bit too fast. I have to slow this down in a moment, I think. Don't want to go down there just yet. Okay, actually I do want to go down these stairs. This will bring us into a new area. So you can't go down the other side just yet, which is the eastern set of stairs, because the door will still be locked. And this area is known as Cold Distance. There we go. And we've got a bit of a mini quest, if you like, or mini thing to do here. And that is we've got to find 3 statues and rotate them so that they're all facing the centre. So we're going to go down this path first of all. This should be the Walk of Presence, if I've got it right. Yeah. Walk of Prescience, is that? Something like that. So we're going to head down the top corridor here. So you can kill these bombs. They have a weakness to water, if that helps you out. As you can see, Penello is casting Aqua automatically for me because of the way I've set her gambits up. And then we're going to have a few more enemies on the end to take care of. We've had these kinds of enemies before in a previous dungeon, and they were somewhat challenging. These zombies are rare to cure as well. And once we've cleared that out, you can see there's a statue here in the middle. And what we're going to do is select it here, and then choose Examine the Statue. So now we're going to choose Rotate the Statue. And we're going to Just first of all, let me get my bearings so I can see which way we're facing. So we want it facing... actually, we want it facing the way we're facing. So I guess it doesn't matter really which way we turn it. We can start by turning it clockwise, perhaps. And we'll need to do that again. Okay, it doesn't actually say anything, but I'm pretty sure we've got that correct. And we can see on the map as well the arrow that is facing east, which is pretty much what we want to happen. And now we're going to go down into this area here, through the stairs, or down the stairs rather. And this is a pretty complicated area. And there's treasure in quite a few places, and also you'll be able to kill the undead to get some good battle chains together. And I'm going to show you where the treasures are as well, so we'll speed things up to begin with. I'm just going to get my bearings. Okay. I know where I'm going now, where the treasures are. So we need to head through the ancient door first. And this will bring us into the actual mazy type like area that we need to navigate around. And we need to start in this area by heading south. Sorry, we need to go across first, then we can head south. Yeah, these guys like to cast status ailments, so just bear that in mind. I've got Ash set up to cast a sooner when need be. Right, we're going to start by going south because along the southern area there should be some treasures for us to grab. So since we don't have a map here, we do need to explore for the moment in order to actually bring that fog of war out of view. I'm hoping we can build a chain up enough to start collecting teleport stones, although you do have to get it really high to do that. At least to get them regularly, you do. Right, so around here there should be a couple of chests, so long as they've spawned for us, that is. They don't always, do they? Oh yes, I can see some. And one of these is a one-time spawn only, so once you've collected it, it won't spawn again. But as we know by now, they tend to contain better pieces of loot, such as gear, equipment, that kind of stuff. And Ashura, okay. And also Dagger Gill as well. And you can also get a couple of other chests that loot in this area. But not today. Now we're going to head north. Need to get Ash healing our blind, don't we? I don't think there's a whole lot of confuses going on here. But let's just create a new gambit for her. Blind no will be better, since it's cheaper. In fact, I'll probably change some of these around as well to save some MP. That'll do for now. The reason why I have a Suna on is because one of those negative status effects, such as poison for example, will trigger it, but then often on some enemies you get multiple status ailments. So you do need to cast out a Suna rather than just the one that triggers the beneficial magic. Hopefully that makes sense. And we're just heading up here because there can be some chests. Unfortunately, we have to say goodnight to our chain at this point. And there's 3 chests that have spawned for us. A golden staff. And these chests do actually respawn as well if you reset the area. So we're getting close to that statue now. You can see it just over there. And no surprises, we need to get it rotated so it's facing the north. Any more enemies going to be interfering with us? So there's one over here, we'll take care of it. Want the Earth Magicite. And we want to rotate this one clockwise then. There we are, facing north, which is just what we wanted. Right then, so there's one more statue for us to go and face, but there is a boss that's going to interfere with us. So what we're going to do before we go to the next statue is go and save. And here's how we're going to do that. We're going to just finish off exploring this area. We have collected the treasures already, so not going to worry about seeing there's any more chests around, because there won't be. This will take us back to the previous area. At least that's the working theory at the moment, anyway. Right, so this is the room with the ward, which will take us back. So this is the side we didn't yet visit, if you remember, but now we can. And all we have to do here is head north, and this will bring us back to the area with the orange crystal, and we'll use that to save up just out here. Right, so saved up again, and we're going to head back to the eastern side, which is down here. And it is important to save because this boss can be a bit tricky. And once we've taken care of this fella, we're going to head through the eastern exit here, which we haven't yet visited, but now we have. So let's just slow down a little bit so I know what I'm doing. Make sure there's no other chests to look into. Right, so this is where a cutscene's going to commence, and the boss is also going to be there for us. Right, so this guy is annoying because he puts a magnetic field out, which basically slows down all party members with metal gear, so make sure that they're wearing light or mystic armours. And on top of that, he also likes to cast slow, which is obviously annoying as well. So if you want to use quickening chains, that's probably not a bad idea. In fact, I haven't got a lot of quickening chains available here, so if I just go to bring Varn in, I know he's got metal, but it's just for the chain I want to do this. And then we'll bring our other people back into play afterwards. So I'm going to try and get a nice chain going here.
I never miss. My regards.
So Varn and Balthier, I've lost one mischarge. I need to try and remember that.
How about some of this?
Use Varn again. Remember, always try and deplete one character's mischarges using the one ability, the one missed quickenings, so that you can maximise your replenishment when you get missed recharge. Oh, didn't want to do Pyroclasm, but at least we replenish then. Right, who's next? Balthier again. By the way, if you can do, I think it's 2 or 3 of each level. So 2 level 1s, 2 level 2s, 2 level 3s. You get a good combo finish of them.
I never miss.
Oh, another Pyroclasm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're going to run out of time now because I'm having to shuffle then to get the mischarges. Come on, mischarge. No. Yes. Did we get that? Just.
Here she comes.
Quickenings are very, very powerful, especially when you get them right. This is going to have to be really fast now, I think.
I never miss.
Well, we did it. I don't know how, but we did it. No chance. I couldn't reshuffle and cast, wait for mischarge then in whatever amount of time was left. I'm sure someone could, but I couldn't. So we'll finish with Balthier's here, and then we'll get the concurrence combo finisher. And it's white out. Should be a good one. There we go, look. One shot with our quickening chain. And I probably should have stolen from him first because there was a thief cuffs item we could have got. I didn't expect to actually one-shot him though, so that's probably my mistake, but not to worry. Okay, before we do anything else, we can actually go ahead and nab a map shrine from this area. Sorry, a map urn even. Grab the Sage's Ring as well. At least I was expecting a map urn. Maybe I've misremembered things, it's certainly possible. Or things have changed around, haven't they? Oh, actually, no, it's in this next area. The annoying thing is, it seems pretty pointless getting the map urn, doesn't it, when you've basically explored the whole place anyway. It's like, why put it at the end of the dungeon, practically? I don't know, but we'll get it anyway. So, that item we just looted, by the way, which was the Sage's Ring, I'm going to give that to Penella because she's our black magic user. And the Sage's Ring, I just need to learn accessories 14, is very, very good because, look, it reduces MP cost by half. So let's just go and sort that out so she can equip it. Slight change of plan. I actually stuck it on Ash in the end because she's our healer, main healer. And she does things like Asuna and remove status ailments. And generally goes through a heck of a lot of MP. So I thought it'd be a good idea to whack it onto her instead. Right then, so the one thing I did forget to do while I was in here is actually move the stone, which is the main reason we came down here for. And it looks like it's already facing the right way, which is really confusing. It must be random. Oh no, it's facing north. Oh yeah, that's right, that's north, look. I thought that was west. Okay, so hang on, what way do I need to turn it? So that's north. I need it facing that way. So I need to turn it anti-clockwise, I believe. There we go. The Colossus, that's the giant statue with the funny eyes, has now undergone some change. So we'll go ahead and exit this room now. Just make our way back. Oh, right, so that was the sword that was blocking the way earlier on. I knew we moved it. I was just a little bit presumptuous on when we moved it. So we're just going to head north now. And you can go back out and save before we go ahead and teleport back using the thingy there. Okay folks, and I'm actually going to finish off the episode here because we have another boss battle coming up, so I thought we'd save that for the next episode. If you've enjoyed watching today, don't forget to hit the like button and let me know in the comment section how you're getting on as well if you're playing along with this walkthrough. Thanks for joining today and come back soon. I look forward to carrying on with the game. Then, take care. Bye bye.